Here's a quick how-to video on how to clean your secondary clutch. This is your driven clutch. I already have it off the snowmobile. If you don't know how to remove it, I'll give you a real quick tip here. Just use your provided tool, thread that in there clockwise, and you're gonna wanna slide your belt off your secondary clutch and then pull it off your primary clutch. From there, you can back this tool off, remove the bolt that mounts the secondary clutch to your jack shaft. If you're going to put that back on, it's 18 feet-pounds of torque with blue Loctite. Then you're going to simply slide your secondary clutch off. Here. I've already removed mine and I've cleaned it, but I can repeat the process. You're going to have 4 torque screws here. See that? They're T27 Torx bit. What I did was, first thing, instead of just taking an impact to it, this is just me. I actually got my Torx bit, put it on here, just slowly broke 4 loose, and then backed them out. Now, to get this off, the easiest way, I actually pressed it back on just to show this, is you take it upside down, soft surface, cardboard, wood, whatever, and just give it a whack. And right there, instead of prying it, that's just gonna pop it off. Now, I'm gonna go back a step. Just always mark down your orientation of everything. So even the bolt, let's go for a walk here. So even the bolt here on your jack shaft, just make sure you don't lose any parts. Mark down how many spacers there are. Same here with these 2 washers. And when you have this apart, you know what? This is a good time to inspect this problematic jack shaft bearing. So might be a good time to pull the seal, re-grease, depending on how many kilometers you have. But anyway, what I was getting at, just mark the orientation of everything. So as you can see on here, you got the X. This is just mine. You have the X here and the writing. Okay, back to the clutch. So you're just gonna pull your helix off and spray this out with brake cleaner or wipe it down. I did this like 1,000 kilometers ago, so it's really not bad. All I did was just wipe it with a bit of cloth, but you can just spray this out with brake cleaner. You don't want to use any oils or anything. Next, inspect your rollers for flat spots. Make sure they're spinning freely. And you can blow this out with compressed air or wipe it out with cloth. What I did actually was take a flathead, roll up some paper towel, and kind of push down and get the hard grunge. And that's kind of it. That's the basics. Make sure the X is aligned. You got an X here and an X there, so just make sure everything's aligned. And then when you put it back, just put it exactly as it was. And some people say you need a press to actually push this in. They say not to use the screws. I used the screws last time, but I find, like, no, it's hard to see, but it needs to almost like move up a very slight bit. But if you're strong enough, you can kind of just pop it back in place. That's what I would recommend doing. And clean your screws. Use a wire brush, brake cleaner, put new Loctite. From there, you're gonna wipe down your sheaves. You can use some Scotch-Brite, rough this up a bit, like the green SOS pads. And that's kind of it. You're gonna want to put your belt back around your drive clutch, wrap it around, and then open up the sheave again once everything's mounted. Put your belt on, take your parking brake off, start rolling the driven clutch if you're on a stand, and that'll kind of line things back up. Or start shimmying your belt to try and get the right deflection. I might actually get into that in a bit, show you how to set the deflection. Really what it is this screw here, back this nut off, and this Allen screw. And again, you got to be very careful with these because you can snap them easily. But how it works is, if you drive this in clockwise, what it's going to do is start pushing these sheaves apart. And when you pull the sheaves apart, that's going to make the belt ride lower. So if you want the belt to ride higher, which happens, a lot of people just buy these sleds and take them home and don't actually do anything with them. But if you start backing this out, it's actually going to bring the belt out, so it's going to ride up higher on here, which my mentality, it's almost like a bicycle. You have a bigger sprocket in the back because the belt is now a larger diameter because it's pushed out, so you're going to have more torque from the start. That's just my thoughts. Also, you're going to have less belt slack and it's going to feel pretty good. Don't go too tight, don't go too loose. I can kind of show you in a second. Another big thing, always make sure your Torx bit is pushed down. Just make sure you have good contact, especially when you break it free. You don't want to strip these out. So there's 118. Funny, sometimes I start recording, it's like an afterthought. I'm like, hey, may as well make a video of this. So that's why there's a lot of missing steps, but kind of is what it is. Putting a little bit of grease on there. Got my blue Loctite on there, not too much. It'll just honestly spread around. All right, got this torque to 18 feet-pounds. You do want some free play there as the clutch floats. With a feeler gauge, mine is, I think it was right on, yeah, bit of drag with that. So this one here is 0.023. The spec is 0.010 to 0.050. Sorry, I was trying to remember that. And you can adjust that with washers behind there. This is just set from the factory, but it's actually within spec. Belt deflection from here. This is kind of hard to do. I got one hand, no tripod right now. So you can see the tape measure. That is how you would hold the tape measure, and you want your deflection when you push down to go 1.25 inches. So here's my invisible line. you know, you would push down right to there. When I measured, I was 1.25 inches, and that's about how high it sits on the secondary. Actually, if I hold the secondary, I can actually spin. I can't do this one-handed. If I hold the secondary with my other hand, I can spin the belt around, and it's actually not completely gripping, which is good. So that's about it.